I would say that this is the weirdest Thanksgiving I've ever experienced, but last year was pretty strange too. And you know, in the church, I don't know if you know this, those of you who did grow up in the church, those of you who grew up in the church know this. Once you've done things 2 years in a row, it's tradition. And so next year, we're going to have to do something new all over again as we continue to change and transition through what all of this is like. So welcome to this strange and unusual second edition of Pandemic Thanksgiving. We talked last week about how giving thanks, how gratitude is something that produces healing in us. Gratitude is a thing that produces blessings in our lives. That it's not that happy people give thanks, it's that people who give thanks are joyful. Giving thanks is the beginning, the cause. And the problem is, speaking for myself, I don't always feel like giving thanks. Anybody else ever not feel like giving thanks, right? Like, there are plenty of times when I say to myself, I'm in a bad mood, and I want to be in a bad mood, and don't try and get me out of my bad mood. Especially lately, it seems like. And yet, again and again, we hear this prescription that gratitude is the beginning of a deeper faith. Gratitude is the beginning of a growing spirituality. Gratitude is the beginning and not the end of this path that we're on. And so we have two different prescriptions for how to go about this. And this week I want to talk a little bit about how we get to this point of living lives that are rooted in gratitude, no matter what's going on around us. And so I want to start with, excuse me, my thing scrolled on me. I want to start with 1 Thessalonians. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 14 through 24, right in the middle of that, there's this great line. Give thanks in every situation. Frame it. Put it on your wall. Write it on the back of your hand so you always see it. Give thanks in every situation. Those of you who know me well know that I am not a memorized chapter and verse sort of guy. This is one to underline and highlight in every Bible that you have. Give thanks in every situation. Not when you feel like it. Not when things are going well. Not when it's the fourth Thursday in the month of November. Give thanks in every situation. And the thing is gratitude is a lot like everything else in our lives. Whether it's about learning a new skill like playing the guitar or the bass, whether it's about learning how to cook, whether it's about learning how to run and training for a triathlon, right? It's a muscle. And the way you strengthen a muscle is with practice, right? Give thanks in every situation. And so that's one of the things that we do on Sunday morning is we practice for our life out in the world. We practice here what we're going to do Monday through Saturday. I gotta think about the days of the week here. Monday through Saturday, we practice it in here. So we did this last week, and I want to do it again. What's something you're thankful for? Nobody. Irene. Hey, heads up, Irene. I'm a bad thrower. That's a microphone.
I'm thankful for having food.
Thankful for food. All right. Who else is thankful? Sue, pass. Oh.
No, it's me.
Yeah. You.
Is this a speaker?
Yeah.
I'm thankful for my family.
Thankful for family. All right. Hi, it's your turn whether you want it to be or not now.
I'm thankful for healthcare.
Healthcare. All right. Over to Sue over here. Yeah, you can throw it. Yes, you can throw it. It's made to be thrown.
I'm thankful for being back in church with my
Thankful for being back in church with your church family. Yes, who else?
I'm thankful that all my daughters are healthy and happy right now.
Thankful that all of our family is healthy and happy right now. Megan?
I'm thankful for seeing all of you here. It's fun to see people that I've known for a long time and some people that I'm just getting to know.
Yeah. Who else? Pass it back to Dan, right behind you. What are you thankful for, Dan?
I'm thankful for my work.
Work.
To be able to share with others and for the family.
Awesome. Yeah. There you go. I'm as bad of a catch as I am a throw. Right? So that's one of the things we do. So you can do this at home. It's real simple. Grab your iPhone, grab a piece of paper, open a note or start writing on a piece of paper every day. Do it like after you brush your teeth, at the start of the day. Do it after you brush your teeth at the end of the day. And start with a list. Say 3, 4, 5 things every day that you're thankful for. Starting that practice, strengthening that muscle of giving thanks every day. Giving thanks in every situation. What that does is that transforms our eyes so that then we will begin to see those things every day. We will start to look for those things every day. Give thanks in every circumstance. And we're going to jump back and forth. I want to jump back to Philippians. And so that's Philippians chapter 4. And this is again one of these passages, these two passages at the end of Paul's letters. Philippians chapter 4, beginning at verse 4. Which is again, he says, don't be anxious about anything. Bring up all your requests to God in prayers and petitions and give thanks. Give thanks in all circumstances. And then after that, I love this. From now on, fellow believers, here's what I want you to do. It's like a direct instruction. There's not often that I will say that you can pull something out of Scripture and say, like, put your finger on it and this is exactly what you need to do, right? This is exactly what you need to do. If anything is excellent and admirable, says Paul, think on these things. Whatever is true, holy, just, pure, lovely, and worthy of praise. It's a list. You could write those different attributes out. Holy, just, beautiful, admirable. Write them down on a list and stick them over your tachometer on your car or stick them on your mirror in your bathroom and start looking for those things in the world. Hint, they go together with the give thanks in all circumstances. When we start to open our eyes to seeing that every day, there's something around us that's holy. Every day, there's something around us that's beautiful. Every day, there's something admirable and just. Now, the problem with this is that the world makes money off of our negativity. The world makes profit off of our anger and rage. 90% of what you see if you turn on the news, open your social media, is designed to make you mad, and someone's making money off of you getting mad. And so this is swimming upstream. This is going counter to the flow of traffic. Beginning to see not that which ticks me off and makes me really mad, not that which gets under my skin and makes me want to call up Megan in the middle of the day and rant about somebody who made me mad, but seeing instead that what's admirable and just and holy and beautiful. we have to retrain. From the time we're little, we are trained to see the things that make us mad. We are brought up in seeing the things that frustrate us and annoy us and cause us to get all sorts of worked up and tied in knots. And the more we get tied in knots, the less we give thanks, the less that we are able to see everything that's admirable and holy. We close our eyes when we're mad to what God is doing in the world. Pausing on Thanksgiving, it's not about saying that this is the day to give thanks. Pausing on Thanksgiving, as we do every year, is about reorienting ourselves, strengthening ourselves, preparing ourselves, so that the other 364 days of the year, we are prepared to swim against the current, to look for what is admirable, to look for what is holy, to look for what is just, to look for what is beautiful. So the second thing you can do then, first is give thanks every day. Second thing is grab that list and start looking for those things every day. You can check them off like they're a checklist. You know? The other day, I had this list in my mind, and I was pulling up to the house, and we've got this hawk in the neighborhood, and it was sitting on the fence around our backyard, the privacy fence, and there was something beautiful in that. And someone else called me because they wanted to help another member of our congregation, and that was holy and just, right? Like, you can just check it off the list if you're looking for it. You see what you're looking for. You find what you're looking for. Paul says, look for these things. Admirable, true, holy, just, beautiful, righteous. Look for these things. A third thing you can do. Learn to accept a thank you. I was going to say today that we need to learn to say thank you, but here's the truth. I've learned that most people are pretty good at thanking other people. You know what we're not good at? Having somebody tell us thank you for something that we've done. We get all humble all of a sudden. Oh, it was nothing. Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, I was glad to do it. You're welcome. How about you're welcome? How about that person saw in you, child of God, every time that somebody comes to you with gratitude, remember that that person saw in you something that is admirable, something that is holy, something that is beautiful and righteous and just. That's you. God's beautiful thing out in the world. Bringing that into all that you do. So learn to accept gratitude and thanks from others, knowing that God is working through you every day. What a gift. Now, this is all the 101 stuff, right? Beginning to open your eyes, beginning to see things around you more. Paul actually gives you an advanced level course as well. And we're going to jump back to 1 Thessalonians. And this is actually a blessing that we use in the church very often. Paul says, comfort the discouraged, comfort the afflicted, help the weak and the vulnerable. Be patient with everyone. Say that one again. Be patient with everyone. Make sure no one repays evil for evil, but pursue the good. Rejoice always, pray continually, and give thanks in every situation. Now, if you have spent some time giving thanks, go back up to the rest. Think about what it looks like to be patient with everyone. Think about how every day you can help somebody who is weak or discomforted or afflicted or vulnerable. This is the advanced level, graduate level class on gratitude. If you want to learn how to be grateful, help somebody else. Get out of yourself. If you are stuck in a bad mood and you can't see anything other than what's going wrong in the world and your life, go volunteer at Montgomery County Food Bank. Go volunteer at Interfaith of the Woodlands. Help somebody else. Call a friend in the congregation, someone who you know might be having a hard time, and go pick up groceries for them. Don't ask. Go pick up groceries for them and drop them off at their house. Do something for someone else. Don't repay evil for evil, but do good in all things. I don't expect that this week you're going to do all of these things. I invite you this week to start simple, to make that gratitude list every day, and to put those lists of attributes that Paul lists, admirable and just and holy and beautiful and righteous and true, put those in front of you. Make the list every day of what you're grateful for. We'll come back to this blessing, this sending, this calling to comfort the afflicted, to help the weak, to honor all persons, to love and serve the Lord, rejoicing in the power of the Spirit. You'll hear it throughout Advent. So if you didn't memorize it today, you'll hear it every Sunday for the next month. Because it doesn't all sink in at once. Finally, friends, that's a lot. So let me make it more simple for you. Be more grateful today than you were yesterday. That's it. It all boils down to be more grateful today than you were yesterday. And tomorrow, be more grateful today than you were yesterday. And on Tuesday, be more grateful on Tuesday than you were on Monday. One day at a time, a little more grateful, until we learn, like Paul, to give thanks in every circumstance.